Hi everyone. I want to put a challenge out there for hoverboard owners who are technically inclined, or maybe a high school student who's working on an electronics project. I don't have the money to fund this, but I want to suggest to you that you consider if there's a market for an inexpensive power wheelchair that's based on a hoverboard. To me, a hoverboard being converted into a wheelchair really only requires a second set of wheels, a seat, and instead of the control of the hoverboard being based on the feet and the weight distribution of the body, having some type of joystick system. In terms of range, my present wheelchair does approximately 16 miles, or in the low 20-kilometer distance on one charge. What I'd suggest you do is look into a lightweight aluminum frame or a lightweight seating system. What makes wheelchairs slightly better than scooters is their ability to be adjusted for the size and shape of the user's body. So we're talking about differences in leg length, the angle that the seat sits at. So some people would need it upright, some would maybe need it with the seat tilted a little bit back. Then you're looking at the footprint on the ground. How much space does it need? The smaller the base is, the better it is for getting around the home. I'd also like to suggest to you that nighttime lights as well as a USB port would be essential equipment. And then I would make options available for light duty, medium duty, and heavy duty bearings using pre-existing bearings anyone could go buy locally and do the maintenance themselves. What I'm thinking of is the person who has a long-term physical disability and can't afford the premium for a power wheelchair. I live in Ontario, Canada, so anyone who lives in Ontario, Canada and has legitimate need is left with a bill of 25% of the cost of a power wheelchair, or roughly $2,200. What I'm thinking is that the hoverboards already have all the components of a wheelchair there, and it's just needing a seat and a different system to control it for the movement. Anyways, it's something to chew on. I really want to see the people who need the equipment have access to it and not turn it down because of funds. There are some disability pensions that will pick up the 25% tab that remains on a new wheelchair. But by default, people who don't have a lot of money end up choosing a scooter, and unfortunately, if someone has a physical disability, it has the potential to leave them out of the workforce. I've seen an awful lot of disabled people who are motivated and want to be doing more with their lives, but it's the lack of equipment and finances to support their disability that keeps them not from being part of the workforce. I'm not saying this about everybody, but it's something that I'm seeing that's going on. I wish I had the money to fund this. In fact, I would do it myself if I physically could, but I don't, and I physically can't. I'm hoping someone will pick up the ball and run with this. I'm just wondering if a conversion could take place that would keep it, in the $1,000 or $1,200 price range, sort of what I see as the cost in Canada for electric bikes. Anyway, that's my food for thought for today. Thanks for the time. Bye for now.